What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Neil K Trades. Today I'm going to be doing a trade recap. Um, I hope you guys are able to take something from this. I'm not going to be really teaching any concepts right now. I'm just going to jump right into the charts, explain everything, explain what I'm going through, explain my thought process, and explain just everything behind my trade. So, make this a bit smaller. Yeah, let's jump right into it. I don't want to waste too much of your guys' time. Just make this short and simple. So, just to preface, I have class at 10 a.m. It says 10:58 a.m. on the chart if you look at the bottom there, but I have this set to New York time, so this is 1 hour ahead. I am in Central time, just to preface before I get into this. So, going into the charts. I open my laptop, I get to class, 10 a.m. the class starts. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really pay attention too much in this class. It's not that hard. So I typically trade throughout most of the class. So I had marked out this high from 10:30 a.m. So I was already looking at this buy side liquidity. So let me give you guys this buy side liquidity. So I'd seen this top, and I was waiting for that to get swept. But before I say that, I'd also marked out this low and the opening low, the daily low from open. So this was 9:30. This is our opening candle. So yeah, we had a little move up, made new daily lows, and then distributed back up. So I did miss. I don't really look at the charts until I get to class, just so I can eat, like get ready in the morning, take time to myself. I like trading right before the lunch hour. Not really, like, I have a hard time waking up in the morning, I'm not gonna lie, but I'll still wake up and take some market open trades. But we did get this very nice inverse printed, the absolute banger. Even if you just want to take like 80 points up to this buy side, market open buy side, you could have. But put my glasses on one moment. But just looking at the chart, I marked out daily low, I marked out this draw on liquidity, so this intermediate low that was made, so you could call this a draw on liquidity, you could call this an equal low, call it whatever you want, call it whatever you want, whatever's easy for you. So I had marked out buy side, marked out this draw on liquidity, and I'd seen this fair value gap get formed, so I didn't really take this trade, so to say. This could have been a valid trade. I wasn't really looking for longs though. It didn't fit my narrative. I didn't really see anything that is swept here previously. I guess we did have this order block to go off of, and I guess if we drag it back here, we do have some points of buy side liquidity. This old buy side here, but I wasn't too interested in that. So going right back into it, I seen this high get swept, and we obviously have this fair value gap here that got inversed. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. This got inversed, and I could have taken a short here. I could have entered here, but let me show you guys something. It's my entry. Stop loss is what, 22 points, and I would have been targeting this regardless. So 61 points. I don't like how much risk I'm putting on there. Like, while this did, but it only came up to my position, or to my stop. Like, it was 12 point stop. I don't know if I've already mentioned this, but I typically like taking a 15 point stop. So the fact that we're 3 points from my stop loss, typically, yeah, I would have had 15 points. The fact that we're already so close to that, I didn't like the probability on that. I like that we swept this liquidity, but I did not enter off of that. I wanted to wait. So we got this displacement down. We got this fair value gap that got inversed. Now, let me delete this one real quick. So as you can see, we did get this inverse fair value gap to the upside, but the number one thing I look for before taking a trade is I want to see major liquidity get swept before taking my trade. So in this case, we had swept this premium wick, but I didn't really, we didn't sweep any like major key levels. Again, like, we had this level here, we had this premium wick here, and we created this premium wick here. I was not interested in taking that trade because, again, we didn't sweep any major highs. And after sweeping this high, I do want to see a move back down. That was my narrative on the day. But I'd seen this get inversed, and I was like, okay, we created another fair value gap here, if you guys can see. And I waited and I wanted to see what would happen to that one. So, I waited for price to come back down. I got the closure I wanted, and I don't hit the sell button the second I see the closure. I typically want to get entered off of the next candle. So this next candle, I got entered. We did get a bit of a reversal to the upside, but ICT, he says it all the time. The bodies tell the story, the wicks do the damage. So for me to want to get out of this trade and for it to be invalid, I would want to see if price closed outside of this fair value gap, or this inverse fair value gap. So while we did wick out of it, came right back down, closed, red candle closed, very next candle we dumped. So I did set my stop loss a bit higher than I typically want to. I set it at this body. So again, wicks do the damage, bodies tell the story. Typically some people do this, but for the sake of my account, I did an 18-point stop just at this most recent swing high. So price came up, we didn't get the closure. I would have exited my trade, and if I did exit it, I would have been what, 7 points. That would have been $170. I'm okay with that. So that's okay in my books. I'm not losing a crazy amount there. So very next candle, I got that strong confirmation that we're moving lower. Got the close. This candle dumped, put me in the green. And what we did have here is a change in state of delivery. So just for those who don't know what a CISD is, or a change in state of delivery. So if you guys can see, we have these series of down close candles, and the very next candle after it was green, and it caused a move back up, leading me to believe that buyers are present here. So what I want to see for confirmation lower is I want to see that level get taken out, and that would change the state and delivery. So buyers did step in here, but for me to get that extra bias or extra confirmation that we're going even lower, I wanted this level to get closed below. So that very next candle, I got the, it didn't close outside, dumped, gave me the change in state of delivery, continued down. So moving forward, I had set my break-even level. So for those who don't know what BE is, this is break-even. So I typically move my stop loss to break even once we close inside of this, or once we close below this level. So this drawn liquidity I had marked out to move my stop loss to break even. So that was what, 20 points. That's typically what I do, 20-25 points to break even. So I had done that. We did not move back up after that. So I moved stop to break even, so I put on a risk-free trade. I'm not risking anything. If it takes me out, I'm break even on the day. That's fine with me. That's risk management in my books. So going into this, if you guys can see the time, 11:47, 11:48, 11:49, 11:50, we've got a strong candle down. Why am I saying this time? 11:50 to 12:10 is the last macro in AM session. So if you guys don't know what macro time frames are, they're just like the 50, like the end of the hour to the start of like the new hour. So the last 10 minutes to the first 10 minutes of the hour is that macro. So 11:50 it starts and 12:10 it ends. So as you can see, 12:10 we got the lowest move down. So the overall macro did want to move lower. So earlier I had mentioned this fair value gap. So yeah, price at 11:50, I got the confirmation that we're moving down. Typically at 11:50 or the start of the macro, you will get your confirmation on what's going to happen. So me knowing that, I had stops at break even. If price had rallied here and been a fat green candle, then I probably would have gotten taken out, and that probably would have signified that the macro time frame wanted to move higher. But I was correct in this case. So price did come down into this fair value gap. We tested it, and as you can see, the very next candle we dumped. Very next candle, we had no like bounce, no nothing, because I think this is due to the fact that we had a premium wick here. Lots of orders were filled here. So many orders were filled here that typically fair value gaps, if you guys don't know, whenever price does come into it, It's just accumulating orders before making the next move up or next move down. So in this case, because this is a bearish fair value gap, I would have expected price to accumulate before moving back up, but this already got tagged like earlier, tagged into this order block, tagged into this fair value gap, moved higher. That's already been used. So this very next one, it absolutely dumped. So yeah, price took me out at 52 points, or 52.75 points. We hit that draw on liquidity, and that was full take profit. So yeah, that was a really clean trade. Went in my direction really quickly, right before the last macro of the morning. This works out for me because class ended a bit after this. I was happy. What, 10? Yeah, 12. Yeah, I was pretty much getting out of class at this point. So good in my books. Happy by me. So just to recap, mark out the high, mark out the low, wait for one of them to get swept, and wait for a strong confirmation. Over here, you could have entered and set stop at your swing high here. Let me just show you one more time. This fair value gap. Was it this one? Yeah, you could have entered on this, set stops here at that swing high, and take profit at this low. So 2 RR, 2.2 RR. Not bad at all. You would have hit full take profit. But my risk management is a bit tighter than that, so had a bit smaller of a stop. Most I'll go is 20, but 15 is still pushing it for me. But yeah, inverse this fair value gap. Got the change in state delivery. Did not close outside of the inverse, otherwise I would have closed out this trade. It would have been a losing trade on the day. Dumped, hit my break even level, moved my stop to break even, saw that we were coming up on the macro time frame, dumped on the macro time frame, so I was pretty confident that I was hitting full TP. And what did it do? It hunted my my take profit like a hawk. So whoops, just there. So yeah, that was the trade recap. Beautiful trade, really nice. So yeah, I know this was still my first this is still my first video, like explaining what I'm doing, explaining the trade, explaining like the concepts I'm using. I'm not really like teaching anything yet, but I figured that I'd get retention by putting out my wins. I will be showcasing my losses as well. I did have losses on the week. Stay tuned for that. But I'll be doing a live trade recap on Monday. I'll be recording the whole entire trade, my whole thought process, everything I'm thinking through it, and I will be posting it on Monday as well. So overall, nice trade. Looking forward to the live trade that I'll be doing for the YouTube channel. But I really appreciate you guys tuning into this trade recap. If you found this helpful, leave a like, subscribe, share with your friends. Definitely come back because I will have many more videos like this, not only showing you what my trade recap was, but showing you me live trading and showing you what these concepts are for those of you very new to trading. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and take care until next time. Always at the end of my video I'll be saying this. Be patient, be humble. That's it. That's all I have to say. Be patient, be humble.